Welcome Dungeons & Dragons fans. In this video I shall showcase a custom-built Lord of the Rings adventure that I made in celebration of 500 subscribers. Thank you so much for making this channel possible. It is the year 2951. After 9 years of preparations, Sauron unveils his presence in the Black Land of Mordor. He is ready to spread his power far and wide and begins to rebuild his Dark Tower. His will is bent on gathering a vast army in the Black Land, and his summons are answered by all sorts of wicked creatures. Gollum is among them, and his path slowly turns in the direction of Mordor. As his first act of war, Sauron sends the Nazgûl to reclaim his stronghold in southern Mirkwood. Their arrival triggers, once again, the darkening of Mirkwood. Rumors of a new shadow in the south start to be whispered by many folks in the north. Orcs and goblins are found bearing the symbol of a lidless eye. The free peoples of the north have sent a united fellowship to investigate Dol Guldur following sightings of Nazgûl. For reasons personal to your character, you have accepted this perilous quest. Each of you is asked to determine the strength of the enemy and reveal why they have reclaimed this ancient stronghold. Report your findings to the leaders of the north in Dale. Morwen, a Gondorian warrior, will be your guide. Your party sets off into the southern eaves of Mirkwood. However, a few weeks into your trek, a sudden ambush catches you off guard. Dozens of black feathered arrows strike Morwen. Your trusty horse panics and suddenly lurches forward. You desperately grip the reins, to no avail, and are thrown to the ground. Rising to your feet, you see many of your friends bloody and lying still in the grass. Orcs approach from all sides. What do? Chapter 1. After the ambush, Morwen is vomiting and her wounds glisten with brownish poison. She can barely stand and the scent of blood surrounds her body. She will take months to recover and cannot continue. This forces you to make a hard choice. You can abandon Morwen and continue to Dol Guldur. It is only a couple days away by horseback. Can you risk letting Morwen die or be captured on your watch? You can bring Morwen with you and risk being discovered. She is in incredible pain and will slow you to a walking pace. What happens if orcs detect her bloody scent? You can escort Morwen to safety and sacrifice the mission. Are you willing to give Sauron a tremendous victory at Dol Guldur? Where would you go? Can you think of any other plan? What would you do? Chapter 2. You stealthily walk to the outskirts of Dol Guldur. Never in your life has the trees of Mirkwood looked as dark and sinister as they do now. The stars cast some light on the ruins, but the treacherous walls hide many secrets from your eyes. Walking up a few steps and climbing through a cracked wall suddenly reveals 3 chilling sights. You turn to your left. A Nazgûl atop a dark horse gallops up the fortress road. His cloaked face turns left and right, scanning the area as he passes into a valley to the north. A strange pale blue glow pulses from the valley's depths, followed by a woman's scream. To your right, a dozen evil men are loading strange crates into a covered wagon. A plain horse is hitched to the front. The men are hooded and carry short bows and axes on their back. One bald 6-foot man is watching the others load the crates. He sluggishly leans back in a nearby tree, and you spot a leather-bound journal in his pocket. A stone's throw ahead, you see shifting lights from the cracks in the inner walls of Dol Guldur. Indiscernible chanting echoes from the dells and towers in front of you. There is a climbable path up the wall should you choose to continue deeper into the fortress. What do? Chapter 3. You silently trail the Black Rider. Luckily for you, the road is cragged and uneven, which slows the Nazgûl. The path slopes into a gradual semicircle around the fortress. To your left stands tall castle walls, and to your right lie several decayed buildings. Up ahead, the Nazgûl stops and dismounts. His eyes are fixated on a Noldor woman. Her clothes are ripped to shreds, and cruel lash marks cover her body. Her limbs are chained to a thick tree. A savage Uruk towers over her with a bloody whip. Without warning, the Uruk lashes her legs with the whip. Each frenzied strike lacerates skin and muscle. Her eyes defiantly stare at the Nazgûl, but are soon replaced by cries of incomprehensible pain. What do? You silently approach the evil men and see more details. There are several beautiful women relaxing in the covered wagon reading books. They are dressed as maids, servants, and healers, among many other professions. The men are clean shaven and have uniforms like those from Laketown. You spy an open wooden crate and see vials of clear fluid, ancient silver, exotic herbs, and unidentified trinkets. What do? You stealthily climb a crack in the wall to reach the Inner Citadel. Looking around, you observe that the ramparts have been rebuilt, and there are a lot of footprints leading further into the courtyard. You follow the footprints until your instincts tell you to stop. You will see a small host of half-orcs and orc grunts repairing a stone building. The grunts are clearing rubble and building troll-sized pens and large iron cages. You see wargs sleeping in wooden kennels and a dozen black-robed cultists chanting a spell in a circle. Dark energy is flowing toward the center. What do? Chapter 4. You did what you needed to do, and it's time to leave. You quickly sneak out of Guldur. You pick up your supplies, saddle your horse, and ride hard. The problem is that something has picked up your trail. You can sense a nameless enemy chasing you and watching from afar. What do? Ending. No matter what you decide, know that you did your best. You will be honored as a hero of the North when you return. If you return. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. What would you do differently if you were a player? Let me know in the comments section below.